Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen for Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, and I'm excited to share with you some inspiration using the Let's Stamp Together kit featuring some Gina K Designs products. Now, my idea for today is going to be creating a rainbow of note cards, which I think would make a really great gift to give to somebody or that I could use on my own to hand out some individual notes. So, just taking a quick look at the kit, we have a stamp set on here with some beautiful images and sentiments. There's also the card that tells you exactly what's in this kit, and then the coordinating dies and also a word die, and then the stencil. So, I will be using the stencil and die and then one of the sentiments off of the set. So off screen, I went ahead and die cut out the two flower shapes and butterflies from some white cardstock. And I die cut out a bunch of them so that I could have them ready to go and just add my ink blending to. Now, the easiest way for me to do this is just by using a silicone mat that's going to kind of grip my cardstock in place and then lining up each stencil. I'm going to hold that stencil down with a low tack tape. I'm using 2 pieces right now of that tape, but afterwards I really only need 1 and it helps make everything go super quick. Now to do all of my ink blending, I'm going to be using my Gina K Designs mini ink cubes, and these come in real handy because I can move through my colors a lot quicker and I don't have a lot of ink pads kind of piling up on my desk. To start off my rainbow of color, I am starting with this large floral image and adding a light pink to it. I'm starting in the center of the flower and then kind of getting more light-handed as I get towards the outer edges. Then for the second flower, which is more of kind of that side view of a flower, really easy to line up, holding that down with that tape again. And I'm going to use that same light pink color, and I'm going to be starting at the kind of bottom middle. I'll always start my coloring in the same place because that way that area can be dark, and as I blend out towards the edges of the petal, it will get lighter. Now for this one, I did bring in a darker color. This is a dark carnation. And then I didn't add it as far out as my lightest color. So I'm kind of adding some dimension to my flower. I'll be using this exact same blending process with all of the other colors. Now I moved on to the butterfly. So I'm filling in the large white area, the open space there of the stencil with that light pink, making sure to start in the center of the butterfly. That's where I want the darkest areas to be. Then I moved it over and I'm using the detail portion of the wings. For that, I'm using that dark carnation. So I have that darker color for the details. And then I'm going to bring in a dark gray to add the antenna and the body. Now, when I removed this, I was really bummed with myself. I forgot to mask off the bottom portion. You can see I got a little frustrated, but I'm keeping it. I'm going to save it for a future card. Now, here's a look at the light pink version. I'm going to go through the rainbow using a variety of colors. I do like to mix and blend, like I'll use oranges with yellows that you'll see later on. This one is my red version. So I started out with a red and had it kind of lighten up as it got towards the edges, but I brought in a darker shade of red to add that dimension to the flowers. I'll do the same thing once again with the butterfly. I'll start off with the lightest color, the lightest shade out of the assortment that I picked, ink blend that whole area with the light color, and then I'll bring in that darker color for the details. And this time when I moved on to the body and antennas, I remembered to bring in a Post-it note to mask off the bottom portion. So since I am using the same process through all of these, I'm just going to give you some quick snippets of each one. This is where I moved on to an orange, where I have a light orange for the base, and then I actually brought in like a dark pink for the center. Same thing with the smaller flower. I have that light orange there, adding a dark pink or even a red. I did the same colors for my butterfly and finished off with that dark gray for all of the bodies. So I'll kind of flip through the different flowers and color combinations. This is where I used a light yellow and even an orange to add kind of the details there and give that dimension. Here is a green color combination, teal, and then the purple color combination. Now for my note cards, I went ahead and trimmed out some white cardstock that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I'll just be doing one here on screen because then I'll repeat the same process. But I'm taking the leaves portion of the stencil And I lined that up kind of tucked down in the bottom corner. I held that down with that Post-it tape or that low-tack tape once again. And this time I did a jelly bean green. Now here is a look at all of those flowers done and the leaves done on those front note cards. These are just kind of placed out right now to give myself an idea and where my sentiment is going to fit, which really is just one sentiment right now, which is a hello. That's all I really left room for. So I'm placing this in my Mini Misty tool with that word hello tucked up in the top right hand corner. And I'm going to ink it up with some Gina K Designs black onyx ink. So after I stamp this one down, everything is nice and straight. All I need to do is pop this out and take my next one and put it in its place, making sure it is tucked into that bottom left-hand corner, and just repeat that on all of my note card fronts. I went ahead and dug through my Gina K Designs cardstock and found some colors that would match my flowers. And I have those pieces of cardstock trimmed to 3 inches by 6 inches. And I'm going to score them at 3 inches. So it's going to fold in half to be a 3 by 3 note card. Then I can go ahead and attach the front of these to that, so it's going to leave that little bit of a border. And all of my flowers are going to have some thin foam squares behind it. Now, I didn't end up using the butterflies, but I'm definitely saving those for another project. I just thought these note cards would be a really sweet idea to have if I wanted to bunch them together to give to a gift as maybe to a teacher or something, or even just for me to have on hand to hand out whenever I need a quick note to send out. And since I did kind of an assembly line with everything, this maybe took me an hour. It really didn't take too long to put all of these note cards together, even with cleaning my stencil in between each color. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and the inspiration that I shared using the Let's Stamp Together kit featuring the Gina K Designs products. Thanks so much for watching.